Thank you for waiting. How may I help you today?
Hello, can I, well, I don't want to sound rude or anything. Is it possible that you put me through to a manager?
Um,
The reason is
um,
I've called
yeah,
that's not the seventh or eighth time I'm calling this service.
yeah.
And, well, just to make sure, I would like to speak to a manager if possible.
I wouldn't be able to put you through to a manager because the managers wouldn't be able to take the calls. If it's a complaint you're wanting to make, it would have to go through our first time resolution team.
Yes, and how do I do that?
I'd have to put through a complaint for you, and you'd receive a call from them in the next 2 hours.
Okay, so, before we go that way, I would like to explain the situation to you once more, and to see if you
Yep.
can help me out on this one.
Yep, of course.
So, I believe you will need to confirm things, name, address, all the rest you need to know.
Yep. So I'll just quickly go through validation.
Yeah,
So
sure.
just confirm your full name for me.
Virgilio Pereira.
Okay, my name's Jade. I'll be your service consultant for today. I'll just need to go through just the first line of your address and your postcode and the date of birth. And do you hold any other products or services with Niche? Okay, that's perfect. So I'm just going to bring up the other system for your account as well now. Okay, so what's your query for today?
It's the same as it has been for the last 10 days almost. I had money transferred from Portugal to my nationwide account.
Yeah.
Apparently the problem was initially started with the problem that nationwide doesn't belong to that system where the transfers are made automatically, and therefore they need an intermediary bank, which is Lloyds Bank. Now the person sent the money through Lloyds Bank to be then redirected to me nationwide.
Yeah.
Thing is, every time I've been phoning, you guys cannot see anything on my account. The bank in Portugal says they have delivered to Lloyds and confirm the transfer from them to Lloyds. Lloyds now replied to their queries with an
Yeah.
email which they forwarded to me, where they clearly say, they state here that be advised that we paid as instructed on the 26th of the 6th 682 euros under the FT 131211922 reference, obviously. Regards. And then they have another quote here with another reference, which is the reference for all communication about this issue. Now, the Nationwide says, and you will say to me that you cannot see any money into my account, and I do believe you, because if you can see it there, it's because it's not there. Now, now Lloyd say they have sent the money. Probably in all this, someone mistyped a number on my Swift or whatever code it was, and the money ended up somewhere else.
Yeah.
Now, giving you this reference, the case reference.
Case reference number, yeah.
Can you, or is Nationwide able to contact the people who were supposed to transfer the money and say they put the money into Nationwide, and ask them or confirm then where the money ended up?
Now, normally what would happen is when someone sends, whoever it is that sent out the money, if it's a company, usually they can put a forward trace on the payment.
Yes.
And do you know whether they have done that for you?
A forward trace? Well, I have plenty of numbers here. I don't know which one it is.
Yeah. But what it is when someone puts through a payment to you, say for instance it's a company.
Yes.
The companies, they should be able to put a forward trace on where and basically what a forward trace is whoever sent out the payment to you is basically tracks where the money has been going to. So if it's a case of someone's put in the details incorrectly, that by the company doing a forward trace, they should be able to track where the money has gone. So if they haven't done a forward trace, then they need to do a forward trace to track where it's gone before we do anything.
But they've done that, I assume. Otherwise, they would not get this email from Lloyd's back, confirming that everything is fine.
Yeah. That's not. It's not necessarily a forward trace. They can check those sort of things out, but a forward trace goes into a little bit more depth. They should be able to actually track exactly where it's gone. Do you know? Have they spoken to you anything about a forward trace? Because they will always ask you whether it's the case you want to do a forward trace, or they'll always tell you that they're doing a forward trace.
Well,
So do you remember anyone saying anything?
It was mentioned that they would do
Yeah.
that tracking or trace or whatever it is. Obviously, the name
Yeah.
in Portugal differs,
Yeah.
and that it would have costs, because if it wasn't their fault, that
Yeah.
investigation would have costs, right? So
Yeah.
now, I'm sure it wasn't the payee's fault. So because he confirmed everything, and the SWIFT and the codes he typed in are correct. So if there is something wrong, is then from the banks, either from the Portuguese bank to Lloyd's, or from Lloyd's to Nationwide, someone
Yeah.
has put water into this. So
Yeah.
I cannot do anything. This is my money that is somewhere. I need it because it is an important payment. And I'm, as your customer, you're not helping out here because you don't want to accept any of these codes and contact them. And I don't know what to do anymore, really. In Portugal, they tell me, well, we paid, right?
Yeah.
The bank in Portugal now sends back to us, forwarded to me, the email from Lloyd's confirming that they put the money into Nationwide. So with this reference number, can you not check where the money is?
I mean, I can try and call through to another team and see if there is anyone that can check it. Usually it's a forward. I can see whether it has come through or not, and we just can't see it on the system, or whether anything has gone through. I can check that for you. What I need to do is just take the exact amount, the date again, and the reference number as well.
Okay. So the exact amount was 682 euros.
Yeah.
It was instructed on the 26th of the 6th, 2012.
26th of the 6th, 2012. Was that the day it was put into your? Was that the day that it was supposed to actually be cashed into your account, or was it the day it was supposed to be available to you?
It says here, please be advised that we paid as instructed on the 26th of the 6th. So what they're saying is they paid on the 26th to Nationwide.
Yeah, okay, because it takes up to 3 to 5 working days for it to get into your account.
Well, yes, but that was 26th. Now we are a bit more than 5 days, isn't it?
No, I know.
Yes.
I'm just making sure that obviously which just getting my head around which day it is that it was supposed to go into your account. That's fine. Okay, so which reference number is it?
Under reference, it's what it continues on email. Instructed on the 26th of the 6th, 682 euros. Under reference, FT 131
131
211
211
922.